Donald J. Trump, at your service tonight, reminiscing on memories. I remember this night very well. My secretary at Mar-a-Lago came to me and said, "Sir, there's two men from the company Ripple out of San Fran here to speak with you." I said, "Send them in." And they did just a pristine job of explaining their product, how it's better, faster, cheaper. And they insisted on taking a picture in front of the ship painting in my family for generations. I remember Brad said something about a cartoon bear and a knight in shining armor riding to the castle. I think Stu said something about having the right people in the right places at the right times for the right reasons, giving their followers hope, dedication. I just remember these very fine, handsome gentlemen. You know, they really love what they're doing. You've got to love what you're doing, especially when you're doing a very big job, like putting the world on a level playing field. Very big job, seriously, if you really want to know the truth. All right, it's Digital Asset Guy. I'm just fooling around. All right, we got Bitcoin at $91,266. We got Ethereum at $3,110. XRP at $2.04. Solana 138. Let's see, Cardano up a little bit, 38 cents. I want to see a 25-cent Cardano. Anyway, market's still kind of boring. Got people screaming, we're going to the moon. Got the market legislation coming up. Here is the one and only Eleanor Terrett and the Crypto in America team at the White House. Very interesting. You know, it's funny. It's like I almost can't not do the Donald Trump impression thing because people almost kind of like expect it now. It's like the digital asset Donald Trump show. But anyway, Eleanor and them, they are there. A breakdown of what to expect from this pivotal week for crypto on Capitol Hill. Fed Chair Jerome Powell hit with a criminal investigation, and what to watch this week. So, a lot of stuff going on. Crypto in America is the best thing going on. Watch it. I recommend it to everyone. I'm a huge fanboy of Eleanor, as everyone knows. So, here is Paul Atkins. I look forward to President Trump signing bipartisan market structure legislation into law in the coming months. Clear and principled rules of the road, anchored in bipartisan statutory text, will promote innovation in our markets while continuing to protect investors. It's pretty specific language. And then you've got Eleanor down here saying, AKA, just another normal day on X, which it's a little interesting. What's XRP Crypto Wolf saying? XRP and Solana are beating Ethereum and Bitcoin and institutional exchange flows ETFs. I believe it. I'm pretty sure I met XRP Crypto Wolf in Vegas, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure he's like a super quiet, reserved guy. So here is Paul Atkins on the news earlier today.
Congress passed and the president signed a bill late last year that was called the Genius Act, and that was really seminal. It was the first statute that the United States government has adopted to recognize a crypto asset. So that was great, and it helped to bring clarity also to stable coins. And so now comes the next step, a good bipartisan effort by both houses of Congress to bring certain...
Load. What is going? I swear, I don't know why I pay so much for internet this kind of stuff happens all the time where it had plenty of time to load. Oh well, we'll just stop it there. I just bought an iPhone 17 and I thought it would be like the real deal and stuff, but I kind of have the same problems that I had on my last phone, and I'm just starting to think that a lot of this new technology stuff is like maybe just a ruse. I mean, I like the iPhone 17, it's great, but also they have this new button where right where you go to pick your phone up, where you think there wouldn't be a button, like the power button or the volume ones, and it's for your camera, and I always hit it when I don't want to get my camera out, but all these technology problems, even when I think I'm paying to get the best thing, but I guess it's an internet thing. Well, let's see if this one will work with Powell talking about his criminal investigation. This is a little weird.
Good evening. On Friday, the Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last June. That testimony concerned in part a multi-year project to renovate historic Federal Reserve office buildings. I have deep respect for the rule of law and for accountability in our democracy. No one, certainly not the chair of the Federal Reserve, is above the law. But this unprecedented action should be seen in the broader context of the administration's threats and ongoing pressure. This new threat is not about my testimony last June or about the renovation of the Federal Reserve buildings. It is not about Congress's oversight role. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president. This is about whether the Fed will be able to continue to set interest rates based on evidence and economic conditions, or whether instead monetary policy will be directed by political pressure or intimidation. I have served at the Federal Reserve under 4 administrations, Republicans and Democrats alike. In every case, I have carried out my duties without political fear or favor, focused solely on our mandate of price stability and maximum employment.
Well, you can watch the rest, or maybe it's almost over. I think it's a little strange. I don't know. I kind of get an all the world's a stage vibe, in the words of digital asset investor, all the world's a stage. I just don't know if I buy this. I just think that it's kind of, I don't know, it's like they got everybody's eyes on Powell and the Fed and the interest rates. So when he's out of there in a couple months, then, I could see something happening, like they really lower him down and it's like it's time and it's believable. But I think they've wanted all of our eyes on this for some reason, kind of to like prime the markets. That's just what I think. I don't know. For some reason, it wouldn't surprise me if like Trump and Powell are laughing behind closed doors and Trump's like seriously, I'm gonna get on Truth Social and put, Powell, total idiot, should have lowered interest rates by 1.5 or what. I don't know. I just for some reason don't know if I quite buy it. But we'll have to see. It'll definitely be interesting. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to show you something the old blockchain backer posted today. Where is it? Where did it go? Okay, that's weird because it was up here earlier. Oh, here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just in, bill to ban members of Congress from trading stocks expected to advance this week. Blockchain backer says, keep an eye, been talking for years, something may be brewing. Yeah, blockchain backer he's been saying, and I totally agree, the day they actually ban Congress from owning stocks, that's probably the top of the stock market where it's like, look over here, we're protecting everybody. Congress is not allowed to own stocks like Nancy Pelosi and these people who, they make a government salary of like 150 or whatever a year, and all of a sudden they're worth 27 million or 120 million. Kind of shady. Yeah, the day they actually do this, I think that'll mean there's a change coming, or that's the top of the stock market. So it's interesting. Also, Monero just hit a new all-time high. Monero is a privacy coin. Privacy is a very important narrative. I think we're seeing that now, but look at this thing. It looks a lot like silver. Looks just like silver. Monero is a privacy coin where it can't be tracked at all. Very, very interesting. Digital Perspectives followed me today. I'm starting to get my old crypto family back finally. Hello, Alice. Coach JV. Cloud, I don't know him, but he follows. Red Alark, I know her. There's Ice. It's another Eleanor. Rob 007, world's most interesting man. And there's Eleanor Tarrant following the digital asset guy. Kenny. Beautiful Brie Teresi. The blockchain backer. Kansas, one of my favorite people. So they're slowly starting to come back. So I posted this earlier. I had all these people who followed me. I'd got like 1,000 followers in a day or two at XRP Vegas. Chris Giancarlo, the head of the ex-CFTC chair, was following me and liking things after XRP Vegas. And then it all got taken away when I got suspended, but I just started a new one. Hopefully I'm going to get it back. Oh, but anyway, Digital Perspectives, who is Brad Kimes. There's him and Brad Garlinghouse, and that's his wife, and David Schwartz. Brad, this is Brad Garlinghouse. This is Brad Kimes. This is the founder of XRP Las Vegas. They just put up the first promotional video.
The future of finance isn't coming, it's already here. And the countdown starts to XRP Las Vegas 2026, the world's largest XRP conference, April 30th through May 1st, at an all-new venue, Paris, Las Vegas. This week is the anticipated Clarity Act markup, and to celebrate, we have an amazing discount on tickets. Go to xrplasvegas.com for details, and current ticket holders will be price matched, so keep an eye on your email for details. Better hurry, this offer ends January 18th. Join the XRP community, industry leaders and innovators from around the globe for an unforgettable experience at the center of the XRP ecosystem. Engage in critical conversation around regulation, digital assets and the future of money, and the ever-expanding use cases for XRP. Hear directly from the leaders shaping the industry. Brett?
So anyway, you can watch the rest of it, but folks, I'm telling you, I know I've talked about it a lot. You've seen it on my YouTube channel. XRP Vegas, it's maybe some of the best money I've ever spent was going to this thing. Life is about experiences and relationships and the people that you meet, the memories you make. It was just priceless. I recommend going, and I mean, seriously, I was in the room with Don Trump Jr. at Bitcoin Vegas the day before last year. Here is President Donald J. Trump with Brad Garlinghouse, Stuart Alderati, giving a thumbs up. I just think it's a little funny how you never hear about the Trumps in XRP when you definitely have things going on. And so I'll just say I think something like XRP Las Vegas, I think it's something that may get so big that you can't just walk in here and talk to the founder, talk to Chris Giancarlo, talk to the CEO of Uphold. Who knows? Maybe this doorman, the Trump Tower doorman, David, maybe he'll be there. I was chatting with him about it. It'd be interesting, but you never know who you're going to see there, and it's just so much fun. And I just recommend going. The connections you make and things, it's just really incredible. So I would think about going. Keep an eye on the market. I don't know what's going to go on. I see the Clarity Act. For some reason, I just have a feeling it's not going to be passed soon. I hope I'm wrong and it gets passed like next week or something. But they're doing this markup on the 15th. If we look at the charts, it's not really time to go to the moon yet in the market cycle. It's time to go lower if we're going to do what we've done in the past. Could we invalidate that and go to the moon? We could, but I just think it's not very practical to just totally invalidate this giant move down, which just looks like what we've seen in every bull run after is just a bear market or a pullback. But I think this is a bear market. I think it's really exciting. I think it's just a great opportunity. All right, I don't want to keep this going too long, but definitely check out this deal, though, for XRP Las Vegas. Oh, nothing that I say or show or talk about in these videos is financial or investment advice, just my personal thoughts and opinions. And I think I forgot this on the last one. I Trust Capital is my favorite place to buy, sell, hold cryptocurrencies, also gold and silver in an IRA or not in an IRA in a premium custody. All of these accounts only have a 1% trading fee. It's the best deal in town, and their customer support is just absolutely awesome. I think I'm going to see some of them at XRP Vegas, so it's kind of neat. I think they're going to have to grow very much in the future, just with the way that word's getting out. This is the place to be. It's safe. There's customer support. So things like going to XRP Vegas and meeting these people in person might be kind of priceless. Just something to think about. So check that out, and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in. As usual, Digital Asset Guy out.